Hello, my name is Jason Moorhouse and I'm standing for re-election in the constituency of Albury, Castletown and Maloo. Before I provide answers to the 8 questions from the Chamber, I'd like to give a brief insight into who I am. Over the last 5 years, I've been a regular visitor to local businesses and I've been able to help resolve many challenges. I've also asked a large number of questions that helped highlight local business needs. Earlier this year, I was able to bring a motion that was seconded by Claire Christian. That focused on encouraging local people to buy local products. You might be aware that I studied at the London School of Economics and I did my teaching degree in business studies. At Castle Rushen, I was able to help introduce business studies to the curriculum, and it has gone on to be one of the most popular options. It's got great results and it provides students with really useful skills. I was also a strong contributor, and continue to be, in enabling students and young people to upgrade their skills base. I was able to reintroduce Junior Achievement at Castle Rushen, and in the first year I was able to offer 5 lunchtime meetings, and each group went on to do really well. Since then, Junior Achievement has been offered every year at Castle Rushen, and I've been able to contribute. Last year, the winning team went on to represent the island, and that was incredible to have mentored and helped so many young people. I'm heavily involved in similar initiatives, and this year the Ramsey Crook Hall shares competition also enabled Castle Rushen to be seen as winners. With regard to the shares side, whilst at Castle Rushen, I was able to open up the opportunity for students to participate in the Shares for Schools Challenge, where they were able to compete against schools such as Eton and go on to win the national competition 3 times. And as part of the prize, they were able to switch on the London stock market and to go to company headquarters, into the boardroom and meet directors of high-profile, well-known companies like Schroders. An incredible experience for both them and myself. Finally, unless you've looked at the list of members' interests, you probably aren't aware that I played a role in the establishment and growth of the Moor Park investment. From nothing to a significant fund, I now have no direct involvement with the running of the company. Hopefully this information will provide a useful insight into who I am. With regards to the questions, number 1, the availability of trained staff. Improved human capital will help local business directly, but also have a positive benefit on the wider economy. The simplest answer will be for UCM to offer a wider range of back to work and ready to work courses. These courses will potentially increase the number of staff available, but also give those members a real positive input and allow them to go forward in a much more confident way. One interesting question I'd like to pose is, has the Chamber been proactive enough in making links with schools, going into schools and ensuring that local people have the skills base that you're looking for? In recent years, Junior Achievement have been incredibly supportive of this. They've encouraged young people to prepare for work, to refine their CVs, but also to be prepared for interviews, all really useful skills. I'm sure that enterprise should be able to refine the support mechanisms to ensure that staff continue to have improvements in their skills base. There will be a benefit for all of us if that were to happen. Number 2, is there too much regulation? Over the last 5 years, this has concerned me. There's been a clear movement to ensure that the international reputation of the island has been exceptional. And at the same time, there's been an awareness how this could impact on local businesses. I would suggest that one of the key priorities for enterprise after the next election is consulting directly with local businesses to ensure that these regulations that are impacting on businesses are highlighted, and where it is possible to bring about change, those changes are implemented. An active dialogue with TIML members is also essential. Too often, TIML members are asked to visit a business to help celebrate, or they're contacted by a business to help resolve an issue. It would be fantastic to have more normal daily visits to see what the company really does. The third one, can the government listen more carefully? Communication is key. It's a two-way process, and I would really encourage every local business to contact their new MHK in early October. I receive over 200 emails a day, and those initial contacts help me make great links with local people and local businesses. I've been invited to see many local companies, and once this is done, we're able to work together much more effectively. You have the expertise, and most of us are really eager to share that knowledge. The COVID effect. I am really aware how many local businesses are really battling the current situation. They're really stressed and they're really, really concerned about going forward. I view this as the biggest threat to local businesses. In the early months of 2022, many of these local businesses will be restructuring, and it is really important that after the short period of stability that they're now experiencing, the enterprise is ready and doesn't see this as a false dawn. The fifth one is Brexit. In the last Parliament, I've asked the Chief Minister and the Enterprise Minister many questions linked to this. Too many answers were focused on what can't be done, rather what we can do. The strict wording of the Brexit agreement is restrictive, but we must find ways forward to ensure local businesses are able to thrive in existing markets, but also go to new markets. Number 6, the Green Agenda. I would like to reposition this. In the simplest terms, at the moment, it's all about big initiatives and big schemes. I recognise some businesses have the ability and resources to carry out those requirements. However, I do believe the first step needs to be focused on small, manageable things like energy conservation and product usage. By focusing on those areas, we can move in the right direction. Hopefully the next Parliament will take a massive step in developing renewable energy networks. This will cut costs and really add momentum to the required changes. Number 7, the biosphere. This is concerning. This should be one of our greatest assets. I would suggest that no business wants to block this. Every business could benefit from this. What we need to do is ensure that the businesses and the government really do work together to get that next step and ensure the biosphere is really an advantage. Finally, a diverse and attractive economy. One of the key strategies of enterprise is focusing on the 22 sectors. In some respects, this is an incredible offering for a small island. It is key, however, that each area is allowed to experience growth, gets the support they require, and the customers they need. The more vibrant and successful these businesses are, the more graduates will want to stay on the island and return home. And new businesses will choose to locate here, and existing businesses will go from strength to strength. Again, this needs supporting. No area can work in isolation. It's key that enterprises focus groups and the agencies work closely with local businesses. We all can play a part. we can all move forward successfully. Thank you very much.